Okay, recording.
My son is in the kitchen eating a biscuit.
And I'm Andrew B.
I'm Guy. Welcome to 2K's Dragcast, where we talk about things that aren't just normal drag race. We go into drag competitions because they are under-reviewed normally.
It's not always drag either. I mean, it is drag, but it's not always drag. Eventually, we're going to do a full run-through of The Masked Singer, Season 2, although that'll probably be all at once. We're going to wait till that series is over, and then we'll do it. But it's
Yeah, I mean, this is just doing TV reviews
not
and
even
things
TV,
that are...
just things that are more like The Masked Singer is very, like, I don't know. I like it a lot. I think it's very, I don't know. But it's cool.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, yeah, but now we're focusing on Dragula. Season 3, Episode 5.
And you said that this was the first intro that you liked.
This was the first intro in 5 episodes that I liked, because it wasn't just some crappy story building crap where they're trying to do rituals and sort of revive and do stuff. No, it was just a direct reference to Mommy Dearest, one of my favorite movies. I loved it very much. And Dracmorda and Swanthula being their own Joan Crawford as Faye Dunaway. Oh, it was wonderful. Swanthula giving the best performance. I do love my little boule. Oh, Dracmorda, and they're all like, just,
yes.
I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the blood. Clean this up. It's filthy. It's not clean. It's not clean at all. I loved it. Love it. They killed their new butler, whoever the hell he was. I loved it. Great intro. God, I hope
the floor is not clean. Jesus Christ, look at it.
Look at it.
Nothing is clean. This entire place is a goddamn mess.
I love that.
It's all because of your murder ritual.
I don't care. It was wonderful. Love it.
Yes, it was.
I hope the rest of them are as good as that.
It was hysterical, and it was great.
Yes, I hope the rest are just as good. If not, oh well. At least I had one good one. Anywho,
they also threw out all the bodies in bags, I think.
Well, what would you do? Oh, this is my body. He's just sitting there until he decomposes, you know.
Well, yeah.
Alright, well, we have the beginning of our episode.
Starting in the boudoir, making conversation.
Everyone seems to have agreed that Maxie was the one to go home, and right they are, that as Madeline comes in and is like, hey, I went home, but I didn't go home. Maxie did, bitches. Everyone's happy about that, and more talking, and then eventually they're called in, and we have our challenge for today, which is trash.
Make me feel like trash.
It's to make a fashionably filthy look out of garbage. And, as an added bonus, they have to complete their look by using paper and permanent marker as their makeup. And, as another bonus, they have to create an on-the-spot interview with a fashion consultant.
Our trash fashion consultant. Our favorite trash fashion consultant.
Disasterina!
I wish she was on for this episode because it would be great.
Oh, that would be great if we could get an interview with her, but oh well.
Someday. I will love that.
Someday. Anyway, and they have to do all of this, and everybody's losing their fucking minds. So, we will go in order of looks. Oh, and I just realized that. We didn't even talk about the guest judges last episode. Lol.
Oh, yeah.
It was 2 men. I didn't care.
I didn't either.
It was 2 dudes. Who gives a shit?
It was just the randos.
I want the ladies. Well, not randos. I just didn't care either way. I want the ladies.
You want the ladies and the queens.
Which is what we've got with our guest judges this episode. Miss Felicia Rose, most famously known for portraying Angela in the Sleepaway Camp series, Hoarder, and somebody who originally, when asked if they were going to be on this season at all, they said, no, I'm not going to be on at all, but the lying bitch. Speaking of lying bitches, it's Bitch Pudding. Oh, yeah.
Bitch pudding.
Yes, season 2 winner, Bitch Pudding, is the other guest judge. Fun.
Yes.
Anyway.
On to the looks. Our two fabulous cockroaches in pink themselves, the Boulets.
Very cute look, very reminiscent of Trash, but very reminiscent of Hairspray, that 1980 film.
Yes.
Very reminiscent of Alaska's finale look, which was based off of this. And a lot of people say, oh, Aurora Warch. I can't with everybody being like, this was a copy of this, was a copy of this, was a copy of this, was a copy of this. Everything is a copy.
It's all inspiration based on some time period or whatever. It's all an homage to the same thing. It's a big conglomerate category. Don't ever say that it's an immediate ripoff of something unless it's intentionally just the exact same fucking thing.
That's a ripoff. That's a ripoff. This is a ripoff. That's a ripoff. That's a ripoff. It's a ripoff. That's a ripoff.
Anyway. So, boom. Upbeat electro music. Priscilla Chambers. Woo!
Lovely.
A trash bag queen this season.
Gorgeous.
There is some nice camera work on this one, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It was great.
The makeup on Priscilla is fucking awesome. She looks like she has a black and blue eye. Like she has slightly bruised and blistering lips. She is visibly covered in tons of welts and shit. Has all kinds of paint all over her. And yeah, like I said, trash bag queen. So Alaska realness. But she made bows, so it's not Alaska realness.
It was their own realness, and it was executed quite well. Loved it. It's just, it works, you know? I like it. I think it was good. Hey, we'll see.
I liked it too. Next, we had the most minimalist look.
Hey, I wasn't even doing... Can't believe I didn't do my audio clips. Are you kidding me? Oh, I can't believe it. How dare you? How dare you? I forgot. How dare you? Ugh. Bag. How dare you? How dare you? I didn't even get to... hold on. And I didn't even talk about... It's for Priscilla Chambers.
Oh,
Stunning.
Nice. Next up, we have Ava Destruction, who is giving me Miss Vanjie season 10 vibes. She has a razor bikini, basically.
A razor, it's very razor-like. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's very, how do I?
Like I said, it's Vanjie with the Barbie leotard.
Oh, yeah, that is very, yeah. That's a good way to explain it. It's very that. Well, I don't know about that because, like, there was, like, no... This at least has some, like, shape. The Barbie doll thing had, like, no shape whatsoever, and they read Vanjie on that there was, like, no shape at all whatsoever.
Well, I mean, yes. Although this is very minimal amount of clothing. Although Ava also is incredibly hairy for this.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's Ava's thing, is Ava's very, very hairy.
Very hairy Mary.
And I like the very hairy, but as far as the look goes...
no, bitch, no!
Moving on.
Next we had Louisiana Purchase. My goodness.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
I'm just saying this now. I'm going to be repeating this for Landon's.
Okay.
Landon is that. This will be for the look, not for the... Landon made a unfortunate mistake by crawling during the thing, but the look itself is very talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing.
Yes.
Anyway, yes, I love this. Louisiana looks great. I love it. Gorgeous, beautiful, disgusting, filthy, trash. I love it.
Uh-huh. Louisiana's focus is neon yellow and magenta paint.
Slime and just...
And green. rats, giant bulbous growths or something on the shoulders and hips, and it looks wild.
It's everything. It's great. Love it.
Yes, next we have Land Insider.
Speaking of Land Insider, I mean,
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
this is my new thing. If y'all don't like it, tell me and I'll maybe change it. But it's just how I like. If I love it, this is the best thing to describe how much I love it.
Yes, it's great. It is a very good look.
He just made the mistake of crawling during the performance, and he admits that that was a mistake. So, you know.
So basically, Landon is a
fish, king, merman, but like ravaged by the
trash of the sea.
And vomiting up the sea blood and everything, and there's glitter in the blood, and bitch mentions how she could see the glitter in the blood, and it was gorgeous, and it was and I think, and I mean, that was because he said, bitch said that he something like that, that's what makes the next Dragula super monster. So bitch is like giving Landon, I felt like during the critiques, that was the only one. Bitch gave Landon like the passing the crown, saying, you know what? I think you might be it. You might be the next drag superstar, bitch. And I'm totally here for that. I want that. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me all of it.
Landon did have a stone prop in the middle of the stage to prop himself up on, but it wasn't super conducive. It did cover a decent portion of Landon's body with how he sort of laid himself over it, so it was like, eh. Regardless, Landon's look is quite good. I genuinely love it. It is definitely made very well. It looks quite finished, and it is played well. Next, we have a look that, I don't know, I feel like there should have been more going on down low, but regardless, we have Hollow Eve.
How do I feel about, I'm trying to find, in the middle, I think just, I guess it would be, it's meh.
Yeah.
It could have been better, but I understand why. See, now that I understand why and realize this is a television, even if it was on YouTube or something, this is technically a television show, and I realize now, and I remember them reading the saying that Hollow got fucked over, and they kind of did here. I think this is what the bloody tampons were supposed to be used for that they mentioned a few episodes back, but as the rules stipulate from whatever thing is supposed to be, bloody tampons can just not be shown on television. That's why tampon commercials always use that blue liquid. And also the same reason why, if you go back, even though I know when I talk about Drag Race, Manila's All-Star 4 tampon dress was not able to be shown on television either.
Pad dress.
Yes, the pad dress, tampon pad dress, was not able to be shown because, again, rules stipulate that they cannot show bloody, pads or tampons on television. So
even if it's not remotely like a real one, if it's really stylized,
even if it's not a real one, unlike it, well, in this case, it would be a real one, but
yes,
still. So the fact that it's television meant that they couldn't wear them and got completely fucked over.
Yes. So Hollow did have some shortcomings.
So I understand why they were as mad as they were, because they were very mad. And I understand why, because that's pretty fucked over, I will say.
Yes, and that is kind of like the main catch of the whole piece of attire that they would have had.
Yeah.
I mean, a pop of red would have been brilliant on this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think it would have been a lot better.
Hollow made a bustle. The bustle looks very cool.
I thought it was very cool. I liked the hair and that sort of thing. I thought it looked great. I just feel
hair that looks like cut off pigtails.
Yeah, I just feel very sad that it didn't get to be fully realized. But as they went on and said they wouldn't change a thing about it. They did it for the women. They didn't for the judges. So they did their thing. Unfortunately, it wasn't able to be executed to the way that it was probably intended to. But they did what they did, and that's how it was meant to be done. That's all I have to say about that.
They performed well enough as well with tuna around their vagina.
Yes.
Oh, God. I was saying that and paused, and right now I am staring right at Dahlia's rat face.
Yes, Dahlia's rat face.
And it was staring back at me. Ugh.
Yes, what is there to say about Dahlia's Black's look? Dahlia is
a landfill. Dahlia is Templeton from Charlotte's Web in drag.
It's just I'm trying to find something that I'm trying to find an audio clip that's like, what describes how do I feel?
How about just that look that I was staring at earlier? We need a screen for that.
No. I've got it.
I don't understand.
There. I had to figure, I don't understand, bitch. Don't understand. I was trying to find something that said, like, I hate this, but I couldn't figure it out, so I went with that, and I said, that works. No, you know what? Actually...
Oh?
Oh,
boy.
No,
he has two reactions.
Well, it's not even just... Because I like, the rat face thing itself is very cool. It's just everything else that's not...
It's a lot. It is filthy garbage.
So I am confusion. Why is this one Dahlia?
But this one is
not Dahlia.
not
Explain. What do you mean Dahlia and Dahlia Black? Explain, America, explain. Okay.
Fair.
Thank you. Anyway, moving on.
Madeline Hatter.
She did something right for once. In like the last 2 weeks, she's been in the bottom. No, she finally did something I think very nice, very safe, very cute. It works. I like it. It's not. I try to find. I wish I had the, because I think it would be the Monique card. It would be the, oh okay, but not. I feel like okay, but not like okay. Just like okay.
Oh okay.
That's a look. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't love it. It's a look. It's safe. It's cute. It's a thing. It works.
I do really like the edible spray paint. That is quite good.
That was really cool. Yeah. I do agree with that. I would say it's cohesive, which I will say is something I like that doesn't, because I've compared that to Dahlia's. I felt wasn't necessarily as cohesive, I feel like.
Yeah, because again, Dahlia was just a landfill. Or a rat's horde. Like I said, Dahlia was Templeton in drag.
Yeah, I don't know if I have an audio clip for it. Rawr! I'm angry! I like audio clips!
Rawr XD! Anyways, Disasterina! Your trashing correspondent!
Hello, I am Disasterina!
Disasterina, stunning as always.
So, Brown Cow, stunning. And they go through each one, and I think a lot of the interviews range from great, good, bad to Eva. That was, as we were watching the episode, he's like, oh, editors were dirty editors, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's literally just, it's like, okay.
Was it your childhood? Yeah. Or no, just people.
Madeline's interview is funny. It's like, was it your childhood? Yeah. No.
Yes,
it's just people.
I'm not surprised. Oh my god.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Just find that funny.
That is YouTube poop material.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That is made for the boot caps.
Yes. Watch the boot caps. Anyway.
And now Hollow Eve.
Boy, that was something.
You look completely ridiculous. A lot of panty liners, which might be my new drag name.
You don't have
some
to
tampons, some tampon
read it out,
applicators.
They don't need the transcript of the whole episode. They go on.
And on. The way we throw away people, the way everything is garbage.
That's nice. Maybe you should stop talking. They go on to make a giant speech about their costume and the way that it looks and what it's supposed to represent. And Disasterina is just honestly a bit mystified, as, well, Disasterina is always mystified, but I guess more so today. Moving on to the next one.
Louisiana Purchase.
Very funny, very cute, kept up with Disasterina all the way, including a great line where it's just, I have beautiful legs. Are your legs better than mine? Absolutely.
Yes, which was great.
It's just that perfect react. You got that? Will you just, are your legs? Absolutely. My legs are much better than yours. And moving on to the next one.
And now from Orlando, Dahlia Black.
Yeah, I don't even remember a single bit of Dahlia's interview. So moving on.
We have Ava Destruction. Wonderful, great.
Yeah, that was wonderful. Great.
Okay.
Really interesting conversation.
Now, Priscilla Chambers, right?
Yep.
From the Asheville, North Carolina.
Yeah, very good. Priscilla was great. Kept up with Disasterina. Very funny. Make a lot of comments and just reading Disasterina for filth at times. Oh, you missed Dahlia, or not Dahlia, Landon.
Yeah.
Landon.
Priscilla also totally deep throats the mic.
Yeah, that was funny. And Disasterina just, oh my.
Oh, you don't have to be a dick about it. I'm a dick about it if I want to be. The nerve.
But no.
I love Disasterina's sass. It is great.
Me too. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And now we have the one safe queen of the bunch, Madeline Hatter, who's absolutely thrilled to be safe, but not told not to leave the stage yet. Ooh, what could that mean? Dun, 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 dun. They were told they're safe, and they're told to stay there, but not told why. And then they get on with the critiques of each person. This does that. She's good, she's bad, they're good, they're bad, he's good, he's bad, blah, blah, blah. It's a mix of both for the most part, with the exception of Hollow and Ava, which were both pretty much bad on both ends. And then Hollow goes into another rant, a very passionate, fiery rant about the fact that it's not for men to understand their look, it's for women, only women. I will say, there was an apology by Hollow on Twitter after the episode aired, which I will say was very beautiful, and it's very passionate, and I feel like it was very good because they understood that, well, it was excluding people and females, and I'm trying to find it. I sent it to somewhere. I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. A very real apology, excluding people who share the struggle that they excluded them from. Watching myself in episode 5, boldly stand up and declare myself a woman. My heart dropped. She is not a woman. Menstruation does not belong to women. It belongs to all bodies that menstruate, and not all women menstruate. And they were apologizing to all trans, non-binary, ABFAB people who were left out of the struggle by their careless words. And it's understandable. It's the heat of the moment, and I understand that. But it's good that they were able to apologize and understand everything, and I'm very grateful for that. It's very sad when people, because people are going to send them hate, and it's just not right.
Hollow is very passionate.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta admire that.
Very much so. Absolutely. Anyway, and then we now have our bottoms, which are Hollow and Ava, and everybody else is also technically having to deal with the extermination challenge, but not up for extermination, with the exception of Priscilla, who wins the challenge and is the only one who's exempt from having to participate. I'm sure she's thrilled.
Mm-hmm.
The extermination challenge this time is cockroach blowing.
Mm-hmm. There's a cockroach in a tube, and you have to blow it into the other competitor's mouth.
Mm-hmm. Delicious. We have Hollow and Ava up against each other. We have Dahlia and, I want to say, Dahlia and Landon, I think?
Mm-mm.
No, Dahlia and Louisiana.
Yes.
And Madeline and Landon.
Yes. There we go.
And each one that wins is the one that I wanted to, because it was just fun to see them all lose and win. And you had Landon won against Madeline, Louisiana won against Dahlia, and Ava won against Hollow, which obviously sadly spelled Hollow's demise. And Hollow was taken out, snuffed out by a plastic bag, and strangled. Now another drag star has been snuffed, and we are only left with 6 queens and a king.
Uh-huh.
5 queens and a king. So that's an interesting chessboard I'd like to see.
Yes. That sounds like a wild chessboard, to be completely
Oh,
fair.
yes. But that'll be for the next episode, and we'll see who goes home the next time. Anyway.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to Two Gays Dragcast.
Yes.
We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we hope you will share it if you think other people will enjoy it. Leave ratings and comments and all that good stuff. It helps promote the show, and it helps us get in the feeds of other people. It helps show people that the content is actually good and all that good stuff. It helps us as independent creators because we aren't part of a network.
Not yet.
We aren't currently set up for any sort of advertising sponsorship thing. We would rather actually have listeners first, just so that it's not just ads into the void.
Oh, yes. But we'll be back on the next one. It'll be so interesting to see what happens in the next episode, and hopefully they'll get their episode uploading right.
Yes. Anyways, that should do it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. This has been Guy Smith and
Andrew B.
signing off. Until next time, take care. We'll see you around. Bye.
Goodbye.
I just realized I did my YouTube outro of all things.
Oh, fun.
Anyway, bye.
Bye-bye.
Two Gays Dragcast is written, produced, and recorded by me, Guy Smith, and Andrew Blossoms, or Andrew B., with editing by Guy Smith. You can find us on our YouTube channels linked in the description. You can also find us on Twitter if you dig a little deeper, although we aren't guaranteed to be all that active on there. We are an independent production. We would be very glad to see any sort of comments, reviews, likes, and so on. Any sort of feedback is highly helpful to us, and it allows us to improve our show and understand what our audience thinks of it. Again, thank you so much for listening in, and until next time, take care. Bye now.